Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry that I'm a few minutes late. I just had to reboil the water. See, can you see it steaming? I don't know. Just reboil it. Sorry about that. Anyways, how are you tonight? Okay, so I'm just going to be checking the chat ever so quickly right now because I'm very short-sighted and I can't see the laptop if it's far away from me. So let me just get up in the chat. Okay, so for you ladies watching, I was chatting a little bit quickly before we went live just now. Can you please let me know, Linda, Nicole, I see you there. Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. I'm still getting used to my phone. I think I'm so used to looking on the upper right part of my screen of my phone, which I'm using to be live right now, rather than the camera that's in the middle of the screen, and I am always looking in the wrong spot. I'll get there eventually. Okay, I'm just going to take the chat off my phone. Okay. Oh, hi, Linda. Yay. Okay, so you can hear me okay. Thank you. That's amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Linda. Thanks for letting me know. Can hear and see you perfectly. Oh, thank you, Nicole. How are you ladies tonight? Oh my goodness. It has been a crazy start to the year. It's all good. It's all very good. Just been a bit crazy day for me anyway. Let me just get caught up here in the chat because I always like to see what everyone's saying because it's why I like going live so we can interact. Linda, you mentioned about the weather. Yeah, Nicole, you wrote back. Yeah. Yes, same here where I am as well. Yes, where I'm in a advisory right now myself with the weather. It's supposed to be a little bit, as Nicole said, a bit dicey. It's supposed to be like that up here too, to be honest. Here. Western Kansas has been hit. Oh dear. Yes, absolutely. I hope that everyone is safe there in Kansas. Linda, just be careful out there. Hope that the weather isn't too crazy there for you. Nancy, hi. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. Thanks so much for taking the time to be here. That's awesome. Well, ladies, as always, we are here to do the general weekly tea leaf reading for this week. And I'm going to be posting this hopefully tomorrow. So power company had to go back to work. Oh my gosh. Well, Linda, I hope all goes well for you. Wow. Are you ladies still there? I have a very random question for you. Are you still there? Can you still hear me and see me okay? Am I still live? I know there's a bit of a delay sometimes, but can you still hear me and see me okay? Linda, Nicole, Nancy? My screen just flashed on my computer, like it all went gray, like something had gone strange with the live. Just want to make sure that you can still see me okay. I think it's live. Yes, thank you, Linda. That was very bizarre. Thanks, Nicole. Yeah, my the screen on my computer just flashed, went like gray. I couldn't see anything, and then went back to normal. So who knows what's going on? Okay. Nancy, thank you so much, Nancy. That's awesome. Okay, so yes, we're going to be doing a general weekly tea leaf reading for this week, and we'll be back again here on Thursday. This Thursday, I think it's the 11th, for viewer readings. So if you're watching this after this live, if you're watching a replay, just please know that we are going to be back here on Thursday. So if you're interested in having a 5-minute tea leaf reading, I offer 3 5-minute tea leaf readings here on Thursday as my gift to you. So if you're interesting, a little woo-woo, yeah, Linda, 100% a little woo-woo for sure. That was very strange. So if you're interested in having a quick tea leaf reading on Thursday, please do come back again on Thursday. I'll be happy to do that for you. It's my gift to you, and happy to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the leaves ready for this tea leaf reading. I've already said all my prayers, so let's go ahead and get the leaves ready. I'm using that blend of loose leaf tea that I was using last time, and we will see what the universe would like us to know for this coming week. Just get it ready here. It's a little bit too much. That's fine. Usually I have the tea already set to go, but I was running a little behind tonight. There we go. I just feel like there's so many different things going on. I don't know about you ladies, but it's been such crazy energy I find today. So many things happening. Not necessarily bad, just a lot. Kind of intense things. Okay. Okay, so quick disclaimer, if you're watching this, Nancy, if you are new here, well, welcome and thank you for being here. And for anyone else watching this, whether you're watching now on the live or you're rather watching this in a replay, just a very quick reminder here for a quick disclaimer. Big disclaimer in the description box below. Basically, please take what you will, leave what you don't. That's the short version. So this is a general weekly tea leaf reading. So some, none, or all of this reading may resonate with you, and that makes complete sense because this is a general reading. So that's completely normal that some or none or all of this reading would, apply to you. So we will see what happens, but again, please take what you will and leave what you don't. It is for entertainment purposes only, as all my readings are. I always have to say that. Sorry for the background noise. I am just pushing the loose leaf tea leaves back into the cup. I sort of learned from, I decided and kind of learned from my own experience in the past that I don't explain how I prepare a cup for tea leaf reading before I do the reading. I just will sort of explain it walking through. It sounds a lot more complicated than it really is, so that's why I don't do that. Steve, thanks for being here. Good evening. Thanks. Welcome back. I remember Steve. Steve was here last week. Thanks, Steve. Well, welcome back, and let's see what the universe would like us to know for this week. I'm just getting the cup ready right now. Okay. Yay. And while we're on this, let's give a quick shout out here to my mods. Tonight we have Nicole. So Nicole is our mod in the chat. Let's give a big round of applause to Nicole. Thanks for being here, Nicole, and for modding the chat and keeping it nice and clean. I know I say this all the time, but it's totally true in my opinion. Pretty much everyone in the chat is a moderator. Everyone is usually extremely good. It's just those silly AI bots, spammy whatevers. That's not a professional. That sometimes pop up their little heads, but everyone has always been, for the most part, everyone has always been fantastic. So I so appreciate each and every one of you for keeping this chat a wonderful place, nice and clear and good energy and very polite and very supportive. I've never had any issues at all. So thank you so much. And a big thank you to Nicole for keeping everything nice and clear. Okay. Couldn't do it cannot do this without any of you, and also cannot do this without my mods. Okay, I'm just getting the cup ready right now. So we all sort of collectively decided how we do these readings. What was that? Like a couple months ago, Nicole? So what we've just collectively decided is that while I am actually doing the reading of reading the tea leaves themselves, I do turn the laptop away. I do use my phone to stream, and I use my laptop over here to the left so I can actually see the chat. Very short-sighted. I don't wear glasses for this, but I am very extremely short-sighted. So that's why I turn the laptop away, so that I'm not inadvertently distracted by looking at the chat, because I do like communicating with each and every one of you. So one of the main reasons why I do like doing these lives is so that we can communicate in real time and interact. But I turn the laptop away so I won't see what's going on during the reading. And you're most welcome, as always, to chat amongst yourselves. And then my beautiful mods tonight, it's Nicole, and she'll be making sure that there's no bots or anything that's untoward happening. Keeping it nice and clear. And that allows me to do the reading uninterrupted so that you get the best experience possible. Just checking the consistency here of the tea leaves, straining out any excess liquid. It takes a minute or two to get it ready. Okay, thank you. Just about ready to go. And I did post the readings from last week. They're now live. It took me a few days to get them up on my channel, but they are now posted. So if you're interested in watching the live viewer readings, as well as that was from last Thursday, as well as we did last Monday night, we did. So if you hear any background noise walking around, that's Bree, that's also Bree. She's almost 3 years old, which is hard to say. It's my little chocolate lab. So if you hear any little noises in the background, or if you see the screen like start beginning to shake for no reason, it's Brie walking around. So that's what that is. But last Monday we did a little bit of a deviation of our weekly schedule, and we did a yearly tea leaf reading, which was the first time ever doing that. So we did a look at the whole year. So if you haven't seen that, I haven't posted that link in the description box below, but I do have that video live. It is posted now. So you're welcome to look at that should you wish to. So now we're back to our weekly schedule of Mondays and Thursdays. So this is a general weekly tea leaf reading, and I think we're all set to go. All right, so now we have the cup ready. Well, it's a bit of a tartan theme tonight. Just going to put this over here and go. It's hard with it to show it with the angle, but I have a cup over here. Just one, two, three. Did it off screen because I figured I would spill a little bit of the tea, and it did. Okay. And I'm just going to turn it 3 times. Okay. Steve, I remember, I do recall last time you were here, there were a few issues with technology and you called it Skynet. Can you people see me okay? Can you still see me okay? Steve, because I think Skynet might be again, my screen just flashed gray on my computer. Like the light, I'm in the YouTube control room here in the background for this video. And so I can see the chat. I can see all of you. And it just flashed. Thank you, Linda. It just flashed gray again, so I don't know what's going on. But oh well. Thank you, Nicole. It just flashed gray. I don't know what's going on. Well, we will just keep going, and I will ignore any flashing screens here in the background. Just never seen that before until tonight. Okay, anyways, regardless of any of that, let's see what the universe would like us to know for this week. So I'm just getting the cup ready, letting any excess liquid drain out of the cup. And I hope each and every single one of you enjoys this tea leaf reading and that you find it helpful and informative, maybe even a little bit insightful and maybe even inspiring as well. So here we go. I'm going to take one more sip of my peppermint tea. I am drinking tea again. Look. Wow. I just laugh at myself. Yeah, I'm a coffee drinker, but I do tea leaf reading, except now I'm not drinking coffee right now. I'm back again with tea. It's too complicated. It's like peppermint, it's more of an herb. Anyways, I am drinking herbal tea tonight, not drinking coffee. Out of rooibos though, so I went with peppermint instead. But okay, so anyways, all of my drinking coffee and tea preferences aside, let's begin this tea leaf reading and see how we go. If you have any questions about the reading at all, please let me know and I will do my best to answer them afterwards. As a quick reminder, I do read chronologically. Dragonfly! Hey, Dragonfly's back, or other mod. Let's give everyone a big round of applause. Let's give Dragonfly a big round of applause for being here. Hey, Dragonfly. Thanks for being here. She's our other mod tonight. So Nicole and Dragonfly, you're up. Don't worry that you're late. You're never late. Everyone's always on time. It's all perfect. Yay. Thanks for being here, Dragonfly. And it's never lip service when I say thank you for being here. I genuinely mean it. I know that we all have very busy schedules, and I really appreciate each and every single one of you taking time out and being here. I do appreciate it very much. So thank you so much. Yay. Yes, as a very quick reminder, I do read chronologically. So that's just how I myself do it. So it's the rim is the present situation, the sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. So now, on the way, and later. That's how I myself read. It's chronological. So in terms for our reading tonight, the rim is like now, Monday, or approximately the middle of halfway down is around Wednesday, and the base is like this weekend heading into next week. Okay. All of that aside, let's start. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. Put that into the chat if you like about this reading. I'll do my best to answer them afterwards. But I think we've covered pretty much everything. Okay. I'm turning the laptop around so I can't see your chat, not being rude, but this way allows me to read and not be allows me to be uninterrupted, and that way I can give you my best. So let's do this. 14. Okay, here we go. We'll aim for this to be about 15 to 20 minutes or so approximately. Looks as though right now, excuse me, sorry, sometimes I yawn when I'm doing readings. I think it's my body's way of processing energy of some kind, in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so it appears as though to me that there's one main event or situation where occurring right now, essentially, where things are calm and clear and quiet for the most part, and we're happy with that, and or we want things to get going. It's approximately, oh, just noticed a little bit of liquid tea in the base. I'm very picky when it comes to this. I just like to strain all of the liquid tea out of the base. It just prevents the leaves in the base from moving. Just like to prevent that from happening if possible. Okay, got it. It's just over half of the cup. So whatever the situation is referring to is fairly significant. Okay. We also have a smaller secondary event also taking place, which is approximately a quarter of the cup, which is significant certainly in and of itself. Again, where things are calm and clear and quiet, and or we want things to get moving a little bit more. This is taking place right now. We also have a third situation. So I would say in this case, if you've heard me say this before, you'll sort of maybe laugh a little bit, but I use the metaphor gold, silver, and bronze in terms of importance. So we have a gold, we have a silver, and a bronze. Most important, not as important, definitely not as important. Not that I'm implying, gold and silver and bronze or anything, not implying that. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like significance, in terms of sizing and importance of these certain events, we have one that's incredibly significant, one that's a little bit less so, and a little bit less so. But what's interesting about the third one, this third event, it's actually related to the secondary event as well. It looks like it's just now taking place, and that's why I was sort of like, how do I describe this as well as I possibly can? This third event is comprised of two individual events or situations, which are part of this overall event. So I will do my best to describe this. I will show this to you. So there's the cup. Let's do that before. My apologies. So those are the tea leaves. I'll post pictures of these tea leaves, of this tea leaf reading, on my community tab, most likely tomorrow. I'm going to quickly just grab a pen here. So this is the overall main event or situation. What I was looking at right now was on the rim. However, this is the main event or situation, which I'll be looking at going forward for this week. You can see that there's this leaf, literally, so I'm doing this sort of backwards here in the camera, but there's one leaf here and there's one leaf here. These two individual aspects, or they're part of this major overall event or situation here. And they're helping to form that third event that's taking place right now. And it's like one of them is like, well, they're both happening like right now. And I would say like one has just begun to occur. Aside from this main event, looks to be a busy week ahead. I'll do a quick overview, then I'll go more detail. To me, it looks like there are essentially 3 separate events or situations. I will say 4, actually. 4 other events or situations which are taking place later on during the week. I would say by around, even sometimes in some cases, Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, hang on one sec. 1, 2. I would say between Tuesday and Wednesday, these 3 of the 4 events or other situations begin to take place, and then the 4th one happens around Thursday. They are not as significant, nowhere near as significant as this main event or situation is, that is happening during this week. However, they are present. I'll go into more detail with all of those individually as we go along. I just wanted to mention that to you right away. So we do have some free time or some spare time at the beginning of this week. and then everything begins to take place, and it's almost like we're pulled in about 5 different directions. But one step at a time, let's look at this main event, get that done, and then we can take a look at those other events or situations afterwards. Okay, so back to this main event or situation. There's these 2 aspects that are occurring right now that I mentioned. With each of those, there are events or situations which are like there's parts of them, there's aspects, there's parts of those which are taking place behind the scenes. In other words, we basically know what's going on, we know what's taking place, but we don't at the same time. Pardon me. We know and yet we don't know. There's surprises and clarity, all of this, like both taking place at the same time. I'll go into details, like I will go into detail with both with each of them. However, it is helping to form a few letters here, namely the letter M. So person, place, or thing with the letter M that is involved in this overall main event or situation. And again, it's almost like this main event or situation for this entire week is sort of front loaded. It's like everything is, the most significant parts are happening like today, Monday and Tuesday, I would say. And then after that, a lot of things are more up in the air, conversations, ideas, thoughts. Things are just not as clear as they are or as significant as they are at the beginning of this week. But we do have a letter M, person, place, or thing, most likely associated with a person, someone with that letter M in their name. There's also opportunities that are being presented at the start of this week in regards to this overall event or situation. It looks positive. It does look positive. We have like a little cheeky, winky emoji happy face here, like a little emoji happy face. So it looks like it's positive. It's just maybe a bit of a unique situation. Also, the letter V. V. V and M. I would also say that these 2 different aspects, there's paperwork. I'll rephrase that. There's writing involved. So whether that's specifically paperwork, documents, education in some way, shape, or form that are present. This letter M and V and M, this is also associated with this individual. And yeah, let's see. There may be some smooching taking place at the beginning of this week. Just saying. And I would also say that there's likely also could be that and or a reminder that the angels are around us. We have angelic assistance, and we can always call upon the divine, in my opinion anyway, for extra help should we wish to. So that's a reminder for that as well. Whatever that situation is referring to, and again, this is where the letter V and M are related to. There's this document that is being shown here that's related to this overall scenario. Again, many different things, like there's a lot of things taking place, a lot of things are happening in the background. There's a person with a prominent, there's a person with a prominent nose, I would say, that is related to this situation as well. Action, momentum, things taking place, like nothing really being held back, forward, positive forward movement, progression, those themes taking place. And just as I should have said this before, but the way that I describe tea leaf reading is that it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and situations which are likely to occur, of events and or situations which are likely to occur. So that's why I'm phrasing everything as carefully and succinctly as I possibly can. With this letter M, yes, it does create an opportunity in and of itself, and it has some kind of like when it concludes and the opportunity is sort of when the concluding phase of the preparation concludes and then the opportunity is presented. There's either some money and or conversations which are taking place with it. I would likely say money, but it could be a money and or conversations. There's actually 3 opportunities specifically, one main one and then 2 smaller ones. Reassurance is being indicated here as well. There may be a significance regarding a house or property or house move of some kind in some way, shape, or form. If so, it's being presented here. However, it's not ready to take place yet. So, for example, say you're you are discussing moving, but it's not quite time yet ready to move. This would be that scenario. Letter F, person, place, or thing. But documents, paperwork, keep seeing it. It's not clear, but I'm saying this for a specific reason. It's not clear, however, there may be some organization, tidying up, sorting things out in some way, shape, or form that is appearing in here. It's being referenced. Abundant. This also includes or involves abundance and prosperity. Again, this is either referencing, there's a lot of documents. This is either referencing paperwork, generally speaking, and or education in some way, shape, or form. Keep saying it. In this one scenario, there are specifically, I'm going to say 3 documents. I'll say 4 documents, and somehow 4 pieces of paperwork, and somehow they are involved in this one aspect. This leaf right here. This is what I'm referring to. This involved in this one specifically. It's part of it. Somehow there we are. They are related. And again, we have this getting things organized, tidied up, sorted out. Theme being referenced here as well. Possibly the letter J, person, place, or thing as well. I will continue, but I just keep seeing a lot of documents and paperwork in here. With tea leafing, I go in and out a lot. Helps me to get different perspectives. Again, there's some talk. It's like there's some talk about a house or moving or property in some way, shape, or form. It's just in the beginning phases. It's in the starting phase. It hasn't happened yet, but it's being, for example, it's being contemplated. It's in progress. It's on the way. It's being discussed. It's present. And there's forward movement with that. I'm going to also say that there's also 4 documents related to that scenario as well, specifically. And somehow this is referencing abundance and prosperity. Now, this may make sense to you or not, but there also may be an Irish connection in some way with that. But there is abundance and prosperity. It looks like a good scenario. It's positive. It's unique. It's childlike almost in a way. It's like it's fun and unique and different. Okay. The other part here that I'm looking at, this other aspect that's taking place right now as part of this whole main event or situation, it's very much of what it's very similar to what we've just looked at. We have things taking place behind the scenes. Abundance and prosperity, documents as well, multiple documents. Knowing where we stand and yet we don't at the same time. Person, place, or thing with the letter S that is involved. Maybe the number 5, but also maybe the letter S and or 5. Open communication between 2 people. And there also may be a third individual who may be older, or an authority figure in some way, shape, or form that's involved. Whatever this is referring to, yes, it's abundance and prosperity, which is really great. Abundance and prosperity. However, also there's this burgeoning creativity. It's like things are beginning to come into fruition. We're beginning to see things take form, take shape, something to that effect. It's like, for example, like literally from what I'm seeing is the tree is beginning to bloom. It's beginning to show its leaves. It's beginning, but it's not completely bloomed yet. That's what I'm referring to. There's a sacredness, an intrinsic, unique sense of spirituality that is involved in this scenario. I do not claim to be an astrologer or a numerologist, but it may involve those kinds of pursuits in some way, shape, or form. There's a spiritualness, a sacredness with this event. Spiritual component. But overall, there is abundance and prosperity with this. It's very, very good. Now, that is also involving, in some way, shape, or form, a Cancerian. So someone who is that sign or the qualities and or characteristics of like Cancer the crab. So someone who's born like late, I'll help me out here, late June to late July. This is also helping to form or provide a unique stability, a sense of unique stability. Unconventional stability. So stability that is just unique, it's just different, but you do have it. For example, you paint boxes, you sell them online and you make money. It's different, but it does give you stability. It's some kind of unique change as well, using your intellect in a different way, using your intellect. And also the qualities of Cancer are involved, or someone who is that sign. It's unique. Very, very interesting. But yeah, this is all to do with positive changes. It's all to do with changes around Monday, like today being Monday, but today and tomorrow, certainly heading into Wednesday. This is all to do with positive changes, maybe even using our intellect, but it's like a portal, a new opportunity, a new beginning in some way, shape, or form. In two ways, in two different opportunities. It's taking place in two different ways. There's two instances of that happening. In one of them, there is a conclusion, but it's a fairly significant conclusion, but it's also very, very good. And there's also the letter N that's involved, the letter N with that. And there's 4 parts to it. And the last part, the fourth part, is a tree. So we have abundance and prosperity. I would say likely there's money involved with that specifically. So abundance in the form of money. And as that situation concludes, it actually provides or gives 2 different aspects. There's 2 different things that happen as a result of that conclusion by around Tuesday heading into Wednesday. And it's good. There's a happy face. Okay, continuing on. Okay, yeah. And then the house, it looks like by around Tuesday, the house is sorting itself out. Before I just saw a roof that was inverted and then a roof that was right side up, and now I'm seeing a house that's fairly well formed by around Tuesday. So to me, a house, that's what it means. That means that there's a move likely. It can also like literally be that you're buying a new bath mat. Something to do with the house and home. Pardon me. Okay, moving on. Looks good. We almost may be crying happy tears by around Wednesday. There's a small reminder here. I would also say that this is a good reminder for perspective. Small reminder here for perspective. Glass half full versus glass half empty. It does look positive. It looks like we are receiving good things for this week. And there's also the letter W that's involved. Person, place, or thing around Tuesday, Monday to Tuesday, heading into Wednesday. Things sort of calm down around Wednesday, and then once we hit into Thursday into Friday, it picks back up again. Documents are being presented in here. Taking some time out for our own self-care, writing in some way, shape, or form. Now, that could literally be, could be many different things, but writing is being shown. there may be some more, there's there's more significance regarding this house by around Thursday. This house, this connection with the house. Documents, another conclusion that is also looks to be a positive one. A helpful individual somehow involved with organizing is taking place by around Thursday or Friday. I would say by Friday. And they appear to be a woman who is blonde. Somehow related to that. There's a significance with this house. Again, whether you are physically moving house or you are thinking of even buying a bath mat, something to do with the house and home. Taking more form by Friday. It is giving a sense of stability, so it looks like a good situation. Unique, but good. It's a unique sense of stability. Then we're heading into this weekend, heading into next week. That's in the base. Before we get there, let's quickly look around the side. Because remember, I had said that there are 4 different instances of smaller events taking place between like Tuesday to Thursday or Friday this week. Let's begin. So the first one that I'm seeing here that is directly related to this main event. There's a new opportunity that's being presented with this. A lot of things are pretty much up in the air with this scenario as well. Not very significant in and of itself, but there is a unique sense of balance. Using your intellect differently, Cancerian, connection, person, place, or thing. Again, there may be some to and fro. I keep seeing the house. There may be some to and fro with this house. You're thinking of doing it. You're thinking of not doing it. Maybe there is, maybe I don't. Something happening over to the side that's indirectly related, that is directly related. I keep seeing it. Keep seeing it. We have a positive change somehow that is related to this other secondary event. That is related to this main event taking place around Friday, Thursday into Friday. Using intellect differently. Using your intellect. Aries and or Taurus connection with this. Action, movement, things taking place rather quickly. A document or paperwork somehow involved. The second of the 4 events, it takes place around, I would say, around Tuesday. Small reminder here for perspective or perception, glass half full versus glass half empty. There may be like a minor setback or something where we don't feel 100% about the way the situation is going, but really there's so many other things taking place. It's like, well, do we dwell on this one thing or do we focus on the other 10 different things that are taking place at this given moment in time? But continuing on in this scenario, again, there may be like a little bit of a frustrated, discontented moment, but in regards to that whole scenario, this individual secondary event, number 2 of the 4, by Thursday, we're smiling again. So just putting that out there. Again, we have writing involved in regards to a document or paperwork specifically. So this may be referencing education in some way, shape, or form, or simply paperwork in some way. That leads into the base. So someone may be seriously thinking of moving, like genuinely ready to sign the paperwork. Genuinely ready to proceed with moving. We'll get into that. But that is related to this second event. Okay, number 3 of 4. Very short term, happening around Tuesday to Wednesday. Aries and or Taurus connection with this, getting things organized, sorted out. Cancerian connection yet again. Unconventional stability that is related to this, as well as paperwork in 1, 2, 3. There's 2 sets of paperwork or documents. Yeah. Let me count. 1, 2. Yeah. One of them has 2 documents. One has 1 document. But there's reassurance regarding that as well. And it's unconventional stability and it looks good. There's a happy face, which is nice. Number 4 happens around Thursday to Friday. Woman involved, a significant woman, a woman who is involved in that scenario in some way, shape, or form. Someone who is a helpful individual that has a connection with a document in some way. There's also a helpful individual with a prominent nose, and I would say that this is likely a man, but I would also say that there's likely there's communication between two people regarding that instance. There's like a lot of back and forth conversation between two individuals. Look, it's almost like trying to obtain clarity. There's a lot of there's communication happening in a short period of time. Okay. And then that is related back to what I mentioned a few minutes ago with the helpful individual who is a woman who is blonde that was helping to get things organized and tidied up in relation to the main eventer situation. Now we're heading into the base, going over time here, but I want to be as clear here as possible. Okay, so in the base, which is this weekend, heading into next week, things very much up in the air. A lot of conversations, ideas, thoughts, words, conversations taking place. We do have abundance and prosperity that is being shown in here, specifically regarding a certain individual. I would say this is likely a woman. Somehow this involves having like a excitement, having fun, adventure. There literally may be a castle connection with this individual or a European connection in some way, shape, or form, or simply just, again, having fun. There may be a hockey connection as well with this, and also getting things organized, sorted out, things along those lines. Abundance and prosperity, lots of writing, situations becoming growing, expanding, beginning to take fruition. As well as a partnership that's beginning to form at this point in time very, very nicely. Some things happening behind the scenes with that, but it's a positive scenario, I would say. It's very unique. It's just that it's in the beginning stages, which makes sense. Given that today is like Monday and we're looking into this weekend. Going to pretty much leave that there, but it looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. Reassurance is also being indicated. A house connection is also being indicated, as well as a Scorpio connection, someone who is that sign or the qualities and or characteristics of that sign. And again, abundance and prosperity beginning to form beautifully in a few different areas. So there we go. That is the general weekly tea leaf reading for this week. I really hope that you found that to be helpful. Let me quickly check back in the chat here and get my computer turned back on. Thank you for your patience. That was a long one. Okay, let me check back in the chat here. Linda, having to remodel our bathroom. That makes sense with all the houses. Bathtub leaks. That part isn't so fun. No, it's not fun. Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I hope that was helpful for you. That was definitely a bit longer than I anticipated it being, but I wanted to be as detailed as possible. There's quite a lot in there. Nicole, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and for helping to mind the chat, as always. Everyone, well, I don't want to take up more of your evening. We're already at 8:47 here in the evening here in the East Coast, or Eastern Standard Time anyway. I haven't been to the East Coast yet. I would like to. So I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading. If I found it to be helpful for you. Dragonfly, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. Linda, thank you so much. I'm happy that it makes sense. That's good. That was quite detailed. That was a lot. Time for some snacks on my end, some dark chocolate. But that, in all honesty, though, that was a lot. I wanted to be as detailed as I could. And thank you for confirming the remodeling. I hope that the bathtub stops leaking very soon. Definitely is not fun at all. But thank you so much. Happy that makes sense for you. I will post those pictures on my community tab likely tomorrow when I make this live posted on my channel too. Yes, for sure. Thank you so much, Nicole. Well, everyone, thank you so much for being here. I hope that you enjoyed this tea leaf reading, and I hope to see you back here again on Thursday evening, and we will be doing live audience readings then as well. Yes, see you on Thursday for sure, Dragonfly. Sledgehammer. Linda, I love your humor. Yes. Yes, that sounds like a good plan. That's my laugh for the night. Oh, that's awesome. Well, nighty night, everyone. Have a great evening. Thank you again for hanging out. I thoroughly enjoyed our Monday evening visit tonight. Back to our normally scheduled program, and I cannot wait to see you again here on Thursday. Love you so much, and see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.